guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming. As some of you know, my on Twitter, The Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Light My Way. And this time, y'all, we are running the latest update, and it kind of bricked my save, so I'm going to have to start from the beginning. But the game has gotten, I believe, a complete art rework. So, yeah, I guess it's a good thing we can start from the beginning anyway, y'all. Let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alrighty. Alright. Lucian. Yep. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh my god. Jeez. Man, look at that. Holy crap. When I was a kid, I called it light. I had no idea how I could call it otherwise. Light was a word I learned easy enough, like others such as Mom, Dad, and Fox. I was 5, and for my birthday at Log Burrows, I celebrated with my family and other kids from my neighborhood. My parents got me a big cake, so I blew out the candles wishing for the Beast Battles 2 game. Yay for me, 5 years old. I got up to get a plate for my cake, but something was off. There was this light around other folk that wasn't going away. I asked my parents about it, but they couldn't make out what I was saying for some reason. I scrubbed my eyes a few times, and the light was gone. So I sat and dug into my delicious cake. My next-door neighbor, Atlas, came to sit next to me, but as soon as he did, I couldn't look at him anymore. His light was so strong I was blinded in an instant. It didn't stop no matter how many times I rubbed my eyes, almost scratching them. I went away from the table and started crying, louder and louder. My mom came quick, asking me what was the matter. I wanted a hug, but her light was much too strong as well. I put my paws on my face, covering my eyes, and wouldn't let go. Everyone kept saying I was mumbling, but I know I spoke the right words. It hurts my eyes to see your light. I said it over and over, but nobody seemed to understand. The party was a burst, and from then on I was known as the weirdo kid from around the neighborhood. I was homeschooled by my parents until I was 13. After countless visits to various doctors, I got the darkest tint of sunglasses and wore them everywhere I went. This light was fine when I was alone. It kept moving back and forth, but it was alright. Around other folk, though, a different story, but I learned to live with it. My parents took me to Caligulus to see a specialist, and I got some fancy glasses that I thought made me look cool. My parents told me I could now start school like any other normal folk. I was super excited. I wanted to show off my glasses and make more friends, since Atlas was the only one talking to me. It was always difficult to be around him with his massive blaze, but it was also worth it. He was there for me since my 5th birthday, so I kind of got attached to him. Maybe a bit too much. I was giddy with excitement as my school year approached. Now that I could be around other folk, but my excitement didn't last long. Thank you. Water time. Oh, that's good. Alright. I was a new kid, and for whatever reason, some classmates figured it'd be fun to see how I would react not having my glasses. They tossed them around, and I couldn't do anything about it. I don't know if it happened on purpose or not, but someone stepped on them. What a way to start my awesome comeback. My parents came to pick me up from school. Cried my eyes out on the way home. Having been bullied yet again for my eyes. When I was a kid, others used to tease me, but this was a whole new level. Freak Eyes was the name I had to bear all throughout that horrid year in high school, too. Once I got a new pair of glasses, it happened again. This time Atlas stepped in, and everyone backed off since the tiger took it upon himself to protect me. I'll admit I wasn't that happy about not being able to defend for myself, but I did get through that last year of middle school unscathed. When I was in high school, I was walking home from school one evening, but on that particular day my pace slowed down to a crawl, my feet dragged on the pavement, and not long after I collapsed to the ground. Atlas saw me from his house, and when I hit the pavement, he screamed for my parents to come over. I could make out that he was calling someone from his phone. I woke up with my mom and dad holding me and crying, asking me to come back to them. Light was everywhere as usual, but this time it was pulsating towards me. My dad's cyan rays combined with my mother's magenta light floating above me. My familiar own sapphire light came back to me, igniting around my body. I started crying out in pain. When the light went through my eyes, which scared everyone. Since I couldn't see what was happening to me, I alarmed them tenfold. It did burn a lot, to be fair. My strength started returning the moment after. In fact, I felt better than I felt in years. The ambulance arrived and the diagnosis was dehydration. Even though it was right as rain, my parents insisted I should be taken to the hospital. I was discharged the next day without anything more than a bottle of water I got from the doctor and a stern talk about the importance of drinking enough fluids. Thanks, Doc. How about those lights is what I wanted to ask, but I knew better. In time, I realized I needed light from others. I got some from my mom and dad when the mood was good, but that went away fast. My parents weren't able to recharge me again. Ooh, Chapter 1, Aurora. Beautiful. I'm walking home, exhausted and desperate. A feeling of panic is gripping me, biting at me. What if it happens again? What if I collapse? Will I die this time? What is this light, and what does it want? Since the fateful 5th birthday at Log Bros, I've been grinding my thoughts about what this all means, but with no answers in sight. The warm summer breeze is shuffling through my fur this evening, keeping some of the depressing thoughts at bay. The sun's rays are starting to dip behind the tree line. Not enough to make the street dark, but enough to make the dusk fall over the neighborhood. Second, y'all. Water time. Speaking of fluids. Alright, y'all, and we are back. Okay. School is out, and most students are either away on holiday or working summer jobs. I'm looking at the houses in my neighborhood as I'm getting closer to home. They're all the same. It's a template used in every suburban area I've seen. One could film a TV show here and nobody would know which suburban town it's placed in. No uniqueness to be found, and although I have a dislike about this, it's home, and home is where you feel safe. At least for me it is. Oh, nice. Atlas finished practice later than usual, I see. He parked in front of his house. We aren't close friends anymore, but we're good neighbors, so to speak. Oh, wow, nice. Really good shading on these. Our usual interactions are limited to saying hi or waving at each other, but tonight I'm having one of my stronger episodes of exhaustion, so I need to make anything happen. He has the brightest light I've ever seen, so he won't mind me taking some, even if he has no idea I'm doing it. Here goes nothing. Hey, Atlas, how's it going? Oh, hi there, Lucian. Quite tired. Coach has been drilling us hard these past days. Why are you practicing? Isn't the season over already? Coach asked us if we want to turn pro, so the ones who said yes are getting a head start in case we get into our choice universities. He's looking at me with a curious expression, almost like that time when I collapsed on the street. I can imagine. We haven't talked in years aside from the hey, what's up thrown out when we saw each other leaving our houses. We drifted apart once we both went to high school. He is the popular jock, and I'm the freaky fox with the death glare, according to my classmates, but there's no bullying anymore, so they can call me whatever they want for all I care. That's good, right? You've always been on top of your training. Yeah, I guess. It's the working out part that's getting to me, though. Coach is really putting the pressure on. Well, the results speak for themselves. Ignore. He's blushing. His light is starting to tingle, growing towards me. I need a little something, anything. Yeah, Coach says a star player should be built like a fortress. His physique is that and more. He's taller than me, a towering castle. He's got sharp blue eyes and his fur looks so damn good, although he came back from practice minutes ago. His chest is wide and heavy with muscle. A smidge of a belly peeks from under the tank top, although he hides it with compulsion at times, tugging on whatever he's wearing. You okay, Lucian? You seem dazed. Are you dehydrated again? Oh, don't worry about it. Slightly exhausted from some running I did. My parents should have left me some food since I couldn't get to dinner on time. You want to join me? You used to like my mom's cooking when your family came around more often. Sure, it'd be cool to sit around like old times. Right? Come on in, then. We started visiting the Longfangs after my incident when I was 5, but our dinners became rarer than non-existent. Once I could go to school like every other kid, my dad got a different job, and my mom wanted to return to teaching. Most weekends when they were home and not working on either paperwork or grading tests, it became family time between us. Take it down. Water time. Going to the neighbors for dinner wasn't a thing anymore. I linger a few steps behind Atlas, dragging my feet on the ground. He flicks his ears at the noise, so I pull myself together, assuming a more decent pose. As soon as he offers a chair to sit down, I drop myself in it, wiped out by the effort it took me to get there. You sure you're alright? You seem off today. I guess I overdid it with the running, so what's for dinner? There must be something in the fridge. You want a beer? I shouldn't. Oh, come on, I know it could dehydrate you, but here's a glass of water before. It'll perk you up. Maybe get you out of this foul mood you're in. I told you I'm tired from running. You're not even wearing running shorts. Well, this is embarrassing. Jeans aren't comfortable for running now, are they? I'll take one, I guess. Good choice. You'll feel a lot better by the second or third or maybe fourth. Aren't you supposed to not drink alcohol when you're training? Isn't it bad for your muscles? Kind of, but it's weekend and I'm in chill mode. Plus, nobody will know if you don't say anything, right? His laughter made me chuckle. He's a big goofball. I saw him drunk a couple times with his friends in town. Aurora isn't that big of a place and he's hard to miss. A fun guy to be around for sure. Food's done. Dig in. The food looks delicious the way he prepared it, even if it was only heated up in the microwave. I down the water as Atlas looks at me, giving me a content smile. This dehydration story is ridiculous, but there's no point in trying to convince folks otherwise. Ouch! It's hot from the microwave. Well, move it around, or do you want me to blow on it for you, little cub? His light flared up when he said that, and my tail prickled. I'm on the right track. Say again, Muscle Tiger? Eat your food, Runt. His nose is red. He turned on the TV. I assumed they escaped to escape the embarrassing comment. The evening news are on. 2 young adults were charged today with the devouring of one of their work colleagues. The criminals publicly declared allegiance to one of the extremist groups known as the Sacred. I hear the click of the remote again. Only this kind of shit in the news nowadays. I want a relaxing evening, not doom and gloom. I totally get you. The news is always about something bad, so some more folk tune in. But those devourers? Why do they do stuff like that? We've had lab meat for decades now. Beats me. Isn't life better now, having supplements hundreds of times better than real meat? I mean, look at me. There's no way I could be this fit without lab meat. I'm certain we both shuddered at the thought of eating another folk. There's a lot of crazy in this world, though. However, my concerns lie elsewhere right now. Some folk are weird like that. So, anyway, how's your girlfriend? How's your sex life? Atlas almost spilled out his beer. Chrissy? I don't know. Busy with stuff for uni, too, I guess. His light stopped and retreated for a second. I figured he'd be into that. I've seen him over the years with multiple girls, and now with his latest and not-so-charming cheetah, Chrissy. Second, y'all. Water time. Alright. I'm sure I've seen her around here more than a few times. Maybe they're having a rough patch. Stress with the admissions and all that. Food's great, by the way. What meat is this? Mom buys Biscore stuff. Their labs make the best meat in her opinion and mine. Either that or the beer's kicking in for you. Speaking of which, do you have another? Thirsty all of a sudden? He throws me one from the fridge, and to my surprise, I catch it in one paw. Must have gotten some power back when he flared at the compliment I gave him earlier. What's your parents' mind? That we're drinking their beer, I mean? It's my beer. We're good. My dad maybe lets me have a sip once in a blue moon, and I've been 18 for a while now. But again, Atlas is about twice as big as me, and his parents are easygoing. I'm somewhat rich, too, which helps. It's been a while since Atlas and I last talked like this. Want to go to my room and play some Beast Battle 6? For sure. What's your main? Ha! I'm not giving you the advantage already. He read me like a book. Not bad, Tiger. Oh, Mr. Lucian, how have you been? Damn, she got swole. Good evening, Miss Longfang. Yes, it's been a while. I'm good. I'm hoping to get into a close-by university, so I won't have to travel far. Yes, of course, but you'll get in without a doubt. Wait. Yes, of course, but you'll get in without a doubt. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman, and thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to our gold tier patron, Amr. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to our ultimate tier anyway. If y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to our not safe for work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!